Hello students, Instructor Pamela here. I hope everybody is having a fabulous day. Today I would like to review the two billing documents in healthcare, which are the Cms-1500 claim form and the UB-04, or it's also known as the Cms-1450. There are distinctions between the both because one, which is the UB-04, or also the Cms-1450, is for inpatient billing, and your Cms-1500 claim form is for outpatient billing. So depending on the facility that you will be working for will determine which one of the two you'll be working with. Do know that in physician offices, radiography centers, dialysis centers, laboratory services, any outpatient service that is provided to a patient, which is 24 hours or less, is always billed on your Cms-1500 claim form. Now keep in mind, you do not input the data directly onto the claim form. The claim form is populated behind the scenes, as I like to say, or basically the information, the data entry that is done by the representative or the healthcare professional, shall I say, is actually documenting the claim form as the individual is typing. So again, you do not actually type on the forms that you see in your books or that you actually review on the computer. It's actually populated as the claim goes through the cycle. Now, for inpatient services, of course, would be your hospitals, any nursing facilities, anything 24 hours or more. Those services will be billed on an inpatient UB-04 claim form or the Cms-1450, however you would like to refer to it. But mostly you'll hear in the field the UB-04 or just the UB. Now keep in mind, for your inpatient services, there's not always a surgery provided. So keep in mind that the volume 3 codes in the ICD-9 book houses the inpatient surgeries, and those are only used by inpatient coders and by inpatient facilities. For example, if a patient was admitted through the ER, let's say for an ulcer in their esophageal area, so before they have the surgery, they have to do, of course, an EGD or an esophageal gastroduodenoscopy, and then they have to actually do surgery. That's when the surgery gets coded for the inpatient facility, the hospital, because the patient is being cared for there and the surgery is actually performed there. Now, for an outpatient surgery, your information comes from your CPT book or the CPT book from the surgery section, which would be from the 10,000 codes all the way to 6999. And again, more than likely, most coders are in the outpatient field or the outpatient sector, so you'll be utilizing your CPT book quite frequently, or be referencing to it because it houses inpatient and outpatient codes as well. How do you ask that? Well, in your CPT book or in the CPT book, you'll find the Evaluation and Management book or section, or also known as the E&M section, where it houses inpatient and outpatient services. It's the smallest section in the book, but it has inpatient and outpatient. So you always can't refer to the CPT book as being in just outpatient, because it does have inpatient in the E&M section. So I like to connect the books with the claim forms, because of course the codes is what gets all of these claims paid. Also remember that data entry is very imperative. This is why we practice typing, because the information has to be 100% correct. Meaning that it has to match the information on the claim form, should match the patient's identification card, as well as reflect the proper coding from the documentation from the services. So again, you'll always use your ICD-9 book and the volume 1 codes for the diagnosis and diseases, and the CPT code from the CPT book for the services. Cms-1500 claim form, outpatient, UB-04, inpatient. All right, students, well, that's it for now. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time, journey well. Instructor Pamela. Bye-bye.